Hello everybody. I know it's been a while since December, but I'm coming back to you guys with a new type of video. It's not going to be a vlog style video. It's actually going to be a tutorial video. And yes, if you see my YouTube name, it did change. My previous YouTube name was Naya's Crochet House, and I feel like that it was a little bit too long, so I wanted to shorten it to Starlit Nova. I'm sorry. Since I have came up with that new name, I have a new intro. Welcome back, my crafters and starlights. I'm so excited to create something incredible with you all on today. But before we start, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so you make sure that you never miss anything. And now, onto the video. Okay, so for this video, like I said in the beginning, this is a tutorial video. So what I'm going to be teaching you guys today is how to actually start learning how to crochet. And I'm going to have to set my camera up somewhere else so that you can be able to see everything that's going on while I'm teaching you all. So this is going to be step-by-step, easy tutorial. What we will be going over on today will consist of what crocheting is, the common stitches that you will use in making rows. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the common question that people ask me while I'm crocheting is, what is crocheting actually? Crochet is the French term that means to hook. And basically when you're crocheting, you're using your hook to create something out of yarn. And honestly, it doesn't have to be just yarn, but for this video we're going to use yarn. I'm going to go step by step of all the things that you need, and I'm going to tell you every step. But don't worry, for my people who are fast learners, it won't be too slow, but it will be sort of slow, so kind of in the middle. So before we start with crocheting, let's talk about the different terms when crocheting. So you're going to see these abbreviations appear on the screen. You're looking at these like, what do these mean? So I'm going to help you with this. The first term, SLST, that stands for slip stitch. You can see that term as many different ways of how people abbreviate it, but it literally means the same thing. The second abbreviation is SC, which means single crochet. This is probably one of the easiest types of stitches that you can ever find while crocheting, to me anyway. The third type of stitch is abbreviated using DC, which means double crochet. This is a tall stitch that helps increase rows a lot. That's what it does for me. I can't really explain the stitches, I just know what they mean, y'all. Fourth kind of stitch is abbreviated using HDC. This stands for half double crochet. So it's a double crochet but halfway, and it's way shorter, but it's not as short as a single crochet. The last and final stitch that I will be teaching you guys on today is called the treble or triple crochet stitch. And also I will be including all of these terms in the video. Some of these crocheting has different terms. You have UK and US terms, so I will be putting the UK terms and US terms in the video. But a treble crochet using US terms is one of the tallest crochet stitches I have ever done, and some people say they can't do it, but it's really easy. And now the final technique, MC or MR. MC and MR basically means magic circle, magic ring, and I will definitely teach you guys how to do those, because honestly it was one of my struggles when crocheting. So now that I have taught you guys all of the different stitches that I will be going over in the video today, now we're going to actually get started with crocheting. So let's hop into that. So So before we begin, I'm going to tell you all about all the things that you need. You're going to need your crochet hook, your craft scissors, and some yarn. Now let me explain some things about these materials. People who have tried to learn how to crochet from me, they want to crochet with hooks that are huge. But we're going to start off with, you can't see the number, but it's a 5mm hook or H hook. That is the hook we're going to start with because that's the easiest to work with when you're just starting. I don't want you guys to be starting out with a 8mm hook and you can barely get the stitches onto the hook or get the yarn to work right. So we're going to start with a 5mm. Another thing, yarn has weight to it. This is a weight for yarn, and it doesn't matter what color, but since you're a beginner, you don't need to crochet with a dark colored yarn. So get something like this beige color or white or red, but nothing dark like black. So to go into detail about the weight of the yarn, I'm going to show you different weights of the yarn. So this is a yarn that I'm using for a project, but you see how thin this is? This is probably like a weight 2 or weight 3 yarn, or maybe even it's a weight 1, I'm not really sure, but it's really thin and you have to use a smaller hook depending on what size the yarn is, smaller or bigger. And this, I know for a fact, is a weight 6 yarn. So this is used either with your hands, fingers, or even a weight 10 yarn at least. That's what I use. So now, like I said, it's for what we've all been waiting for. Let's finally get into what crocheting actually is. So guys, there is actually a stitch that I didn't tell you guys about, and it's called the slip knot, and it's what you need in order to start your crochet projects. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that as soon as I untangle my yarn. I'm going to show you guys how to do the slip knot. So the easiest way that I learned is that you wrap the yarn around your index and your middle finger, and you cross it like this over it, and you're going to hold it with your thumb and your ring and pinky finger. You're going to hold this part with these 2 fingers. So what you do is you're going to take your hook and slide it under here, turn the hook to where the hook part is facing the yarn, other side of the yarn, and you're going to pull that yarn and tighten it. And you have a loop on your hook. You're going to pull it to tighten it around the hook. And I will do that again to help you guys once more. You're going to have your yarn, and it's in your hand like this. You're going to wrap the yarn around your middle and your index finger and cross it in the back. But in the front, you should have 2 parallel lines, okay? Stay with me. You're going to take your hook and have the hook part, the sharp part, facing downward, and slip it under the first parallel line. Then you're going to have the hook flipped over, and you're going to pull on that back parallel line and pull all the way through, and tighten the loop on your hook, and bam, you have created your very first slip knot. So the next thing that we're going to be learning how to do is how to chain, and that abbreviation is CH. So to chain, all you need to do is wrap and pull. We're going to do that again. Wrap and pull. One more time for the people in the back. Wrap and pull. This is what your stitches should look like. They should be a little spaced out and not too tight. I'm going to show examples on what your stitches should not look like. So this is example 1 of what your stitches should not look like. You see how all the stitches are uneven and big and chunky, and some of them are really tight? They should not look like this. This ends up being messy crocheting, and you can't really do too much with this. You also don't have to crochet super tiny when using this yarn, because the yarn is practically big enough for itself. So you don't have to use such like a lot of tension, because that means you're pulling too hard on the working yarn and your hook is not going to be able to go through. You see, it's not going to be able to go through with your tension being that tight. So please watch out for that. So now that I've shown you this, we're going to chain 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You can also count these stitches yourself by counting the V's. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is the loop where your this is the loop where your hook is, so you don't count that one. Now we're going to be doing stitches that I mentioned in the very beginning of the video, so let's get into that. So the very first stitch that I mentioned was the slip stitch. So we're going to work the second chain from this loop. So 1, 2, we're going to work in this chain. And what you're going to do is you're going to work into the top part of the V's along the chain. So to do a slip stitch, you insert your hook into the top stitch of the V. You're going to wrap the yarn over the hook and pull the yarn through the loop. So you should have 2 loops on your hook. You're then going to pull this loop, the front loop, into this back loop. So you're going to take your hook and pull straight through that loop. And you should look just like this. We're going to do it again for anybody who needs it again. Go straight through the hook, through the loop, yarn over, pull. You have 2 loops on the hook, and you're going to pull straight through there. One more time. Let's do it together. Straight through the loop, yarn over, pull 2 loops, and pull through that last loop. And we're going to do that until we get to the very end, this loop of your chain right here. Once you get done, you should have 9 hook loops on your project. So let's count it. 1, let's get my hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this is the loop that your hook goes through. And that, my friend, you have created your first row of crocheting. Give yourself a round of applause. Now we're going to move over to single crochet. So now we're going to start with our next type of stitch. And it's the single crochet. So what you do is the first loop from your hook, insert the hook into both sides of the V. So your hook should be, your crochet work, you should be looking like this right now. From that point, you're going to wrap your yarn over, and you're going to pull through, and you have 2 loops on your hook, just like with the slip stitch. But instead of slip stitching through one, you yarn over and slip stitch through both of those. And you have your very first single crochet. I'm going to do that again. You see these loops right here? Right here, these V's. These are the loops that you're going to be sticking your hook through. So you're going to go through here. Hold on, guys. Go through your loop. That's only one. You should have 2 loops, been through 2 loops. You're you're going to yarn over, and you're going to pull through, and you have 2 loops on your hook, and you're going to yarn over and pull through, and you have another single crochet. So we're going to do the same step over again. Put it through the 2 loops, whoops, wrong hole. Hold on guys, I'm having some difficulties. Okay, I'm back now. It's hard for me to see these, and I'm looking through my camera, but yeah, we're back. My hair keeps getting in the way. So you have your 2 loops on that your hook is going through. You're going to yarn over again, and you're going to pull through. You're going to then yarn over and pull through 2. You should have 1, 2, 3 single crochets. Come back with me after you finish going through all the rows. Also, just a little reminder, if you didn't make your loops when you chained too tight, the reason why it's hard to get through is because we started with slip stitching first, and slip stitches have like the tightest kinds of loops. So you have to kind of like fight your way through there when you slip stitch in the previous row. That's just an FYI. So I'm going to show you guys what to do when you get to your last stitch. You see how it's like crumpled up and you can't really tell where the V starts and where the V ends? Well, I'm going to help you. You're going to put your hook through the top part that's right here. And you're going to go back and go under and hit this loop. I'm sorry, you didn't see it. So let me redo that. What you're going to do is you're going to go to this loop that's right here at the top. That's the first part of your loop. You're then going to go into this part right here. So insert it through your hook through there. You're going to then yarn over. Whoops, it's a hook, and you should just single crochet like you would do any other loop. And boom. You now have 2 rows in your crochet project. Give yourself a round of applause. So just like we did before when we started the single crochet row, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work, and I'm going to show you the next stitch we're going to be working with. So this stitch, since we're going from littlest to biggest, we're going to do the half double crochet. And this is one of my favorite stitches because I do this with almost every project. So what you do is you yarn over first. You don't stick through the loop. You yarn over first, and your hook should look like this. You're going to stick your hook through that very first loop and pull the yarn through the loop. And you should have 3 loops on your hook this time. Not 2, but 3. You're then going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops at the same time. Whoops, it's getting stuck. It should look like this. Let's do it again. Whoops, my yarn got caught. So yarn over, stick through the hole, pull the yarn, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 3. Bam! Let's do it one more time to be sure. Yarn over, insert through the loop, pull yarn through loop, yarn over, pull through 3. And let's do that for the rest of the row and come back when you're done. Now we're on the last stitch. Yarn over through the loop, yarn over, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 3. And you should still have 9 stitches on your crochet work, and we'll count those. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You still have those 9 stitches, and that's what needs to happen. You need to make sure you have the same amount of loops that you started with in row 1 in every other stitch that you do in every other row that you do leading on. So since we have gotten done with crocheting the third row of which was half double crochets, we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. In this row, we'll be doing the double crochets. So to start the double crochet off, you will yarn over and insert your hook through the loop, pull the yarn, and you have 3 loops. But instead of yarning over and pulling through all 3, you're going to yarn over and only pull through 2 this time. And then you're going to do that again. Yarn over, pull through 2. And bam, you've created your first double crochet. So let's do that again. Yarn over, insert the loop, yarn over and pull, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to do that one more time. Yarn over, insert the hook through the loop, pull, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So continue to do that until you get to the very end of your row. So now you should be on your last loop of your row. You're going to yarn over, insert it through the last loop, yarn over and pull, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yay guys, we're almost done. Do you see this magnificent work that you guys have done? I'm so proud of you all. So now our last thing for this, we're going to chain 1, turn the work, and we're going to do a triple crochet. So to do the triple or treble crochet, you're going to wrap your yarn around twice. You're going to insert it through your loop and pull. You're then going to yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over again, pull through 2. Yarn over again and pull through 2. And we'll do this step again. So yarn over twice, insert, pull, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to keep doing that until we get to the end of the row. So you all should be on your last treble crochet. You're going to yarn over twice, insert the hook through the loops like that, pull through both loops, hold on, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. And it should look something like this. They should look like towers, like pillars. And now my people, you have learned how to do basic crochet stitches. Give yourselves a round of applause. So now to end this work, insert your hook through the loop again, and you're going to chain 1. But instead of turning, you're going to put your work down, take your scissors and cut a tail just long enough to how you want it. You're then going to just slide and tug. And now you get to savor this moment for the rest of your life because this is your first time learning how to crochet the basic stitches. We learned how to chain, how to slip stitch, how to single crochet, how to half double crochet, how to double crochet, and how to triple crochet. And now we're going to move on to the toughest part of this video, which is the magic circle or the magic ring. Also, you guys, if I'm ever moving too fast in these videos, please feel free to drop a comment and let me know if I'm moving too fast. Now, on to making the magic circle or magic ring. Making a magic ring is just like making a slip knot but into a ring. So to do the magic ring, you're going to cross it in the back, but make sure that it's parallel in the front, just like the slip knot. Have your hook face up, turn it, pull, and it should look like this. You're going to twist the loop, slide it down onto the hook, take your working yarn, wrap it, and pull through the top loop like it's a chain, and you have made your circle. So let's do that again. So let's do this again. You have your middle and your index, and you're going to cross the yarn in the back and have it straight parallel in the front. So you're going to insert your hook face up in the front loop, turn it, and pull the back loop towards you. You're then going to twist the yarn, pull the yarn down, and hold it, pinch it with your index and your thumb. You're going to yarn over and pull through the loop like it's a chain, and you made your circle. You can use the tail of your yarn to adjust the tightness of the circle and how big it is, like so. Or you can pull the circle and make it as big as you want. But let's redo the circle one more time to make sure that you guys got it. Also, if needed, I think I will probably slow this part down so that you all are able to understand what I'm saying. So take this and wrap it, cross it behind your fingers. Okay? Pause. Stay with me. The front part of your fingers should be parallel. Okay? You're going to take, sorry, I couldn't find the hook. You're going to take the hook, face it upward. The hook part should be faced towards you. Slide it under the front loop. Turn it. Grab the back loop. You're going to take it and you're going to turn the hook and slide the loop onto the bottom of the hook. You're going to pinch this part with your index and your thumb. Slide your fingers out. Take the working yarn right here and wrap it around your hook like your chain, and you just pull through the top loop, and you have your magic circle. Ta-da! Now with this magic circle, you can create things. You can create a lot of different things in the same stitches that we did previously. You can insert these through this loop, but we're not going to get on that today. That'll be saved for another video for another day. Look at what we accomplished today, guys. This is brilliant. I am so proud of everybody who was able to follow along with these steps and create something like this. And this is not the only thing that I'll be teaching you guys how to do. This is just the basics. You have to start with the basics before you take on the challenge. My band teacher says, in order to eat an elephant, get one piece at a time. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I also hope that you were able to follow along with the video and actually successfully go through each step. If there are any questions or concerns that you want to ask me in the comments, or tell me, review anything about the step-by-step process, please feel free to do so in the comments. I'm not afraid of the criticism or the comments. Please let me know what I need to do and what I need to adjust to help you all understand how to actually crochet. In the next video, we're going to go into detail on how to crochet in a magic ring, because there's a tutorial that I want to teach you guys, and I feel like that this is like the easiest project to do for beginners, because it's what I started out doing as a beginner crocheter. So I hope you guys enjoy your day. Please, like I said in the beginning, make sure you subscribe, log, and hit the notification bell so that you never miss a video. And have a great day, my starlights.